What's up, guys? Brandoomer here. So I just got done doing a building inspection. We're just at like a bank-owned abandoned house here in Newark. Give you guys a quick tour of the neighborhood. It's not bad. Can't be too bad of a neighborhood if you got to park across the street. So actually, those are the famous last words. Anyway, I wanted to talk about sort of not giving up. The idea of not giving up, and I wanted to talk about specifically this camera, because this camera holds a really interesting story. I got this camera shipped to my house here in Newark. Big surprise, somebody stole the package. Obviously I got it back because I'm holding the camera right here. But I have to be like one of the only people in this whole city who had a package stolen from them. And I found the person. I was like, I'm not letting that person get away. We have security cameras at the place I live at, so when I found the package was stolen, I checked the security camera and I saw the woman who stole it. I saw the jacket she was wearing. And what really got me pissed about this was that I needed that camera that day. Like, I had everything timed perfectly so that when the camera arrived, I would grab it off my doorstep and go to my inspection. The camera was there for maybe 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, somebody came right off the sidewalk and picked it up and walked away. So I had to go to my inspection without the camera, and needless to say, I was pissed. I mean, my whole morning, I was angry. And when I got home, I looked at that footage, and it was burned in my mind what that woman was wearing. So something in me was like, I'm not just gonna accept defeat. Like, I'm not gonna let this person get away with this. So I drove around the neighborhood. I drove all around. I kept driving. And I realized, like, my house kind of sits between two bus stops. So in my mind, I'm like, this lady probably got off one bus, walked, picked up the package, hopped on the next bus, and now she's out of town, Well, I didn't give up. I still waited in front of my house. I was like, I'm gonna find this lady. And guess what? There she is walking past my house. I saw her. So I confronted her very angrily. I was like, you're so selfish. Like, I can't believe you would steal this. So, where's my package? She's like, oh, I sold it to Poppy. Poppy has it. I'm like, all right, take me to Poppy. Who the hell's Poppy? So Poppy was our local bodega manager or owner. So he basically is a fence. So I kind of realized that there's like a whole local fencing operation in my neighborhood, that this guy is basically paying drug addicts and stuff like $5 or $10 per package, so it's like $100-something camera. And this lady got paid like $10 to steal it off my porch. And Poppy, the local fence, I confronted him. I told him, listen, I want my camera back. It's not a game. This is for work. I just need it for work. And I guess I struck a chord with them because they gave it back to me. They said, all right, we'll take your number. We'll give you a call. We're going to bring it back to the store. So I probably should have went to the police. At the same time, this is just one bodega of many. Many of these bodegas. Actually, it kind of makes sense now. If you drive down any one of these avenues, there's like 20 bodegas, and you're kind of wondering, how the hell do you have 20 bodegas on the same street in the same city? And it's because they're not just selling food, guys. They're doing a lot more than selling food. They're doing all kinds of illegal stuff. And being a bodega is just kind of the front. So that was a hard lesson for me to learn, but the point is, don't give up. I didn't give up. I had that fire inside me. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get my package back. I got that package back. Oh, sorry, I got my oil tank sweep. My metal detector here, but I found that lady. And again, I gotta be the one guy in the whole in all of Newark that had a package stolen. And I found that lady the same day and got my package back. Again, it was that fire inside me. It was something in me was like, nah, this is not my reality. My reality is I'm gonna find this camera. And so I guess what kind of made me want to make this video is I just did this oil tank sweep. I must have just got paid $200 in like 5 minutes because it took me like 5 minutes to find the oil tank. So I don't think you can, I mean, you would never know there was an oil tank sitting under there. You can't see anything. But when I was inside doing the home inspection, I saw the oil tank lines, and they were coming right into this spot. So I kind of knew, you know, get the metal detector. So this is what it sounds like when there's nothing. And right there, you can see this the spot I carved out where the tank is. See that? So that's about 6 feet in one direction, and is about 3 feet in the other direction. So that's the size of an oil tank. So somebody's got to dig there to figure it out. But this is another thing I didn't give up on. I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do this. I'm gonna master the art of oil tank sweeping. I failed many times. To get to this point where I could find an oil tank in 5 minutes, that's crazy, guys. That's crazy. So don't give up. Bring your reality to existence. Okay, I wanted this reality where I could make $200 something in like, you know, 5 minutes, an hour, whatever. I'm actually stunned. I'm like, I can't believe I reached this point that I can find a tank in 5 minutes. But I've also been doing it for about 6 years now. So it's about time. All right, it took a lot of trial and error to get to this point, guys. So, all right, so that's all I wanted to talk about. Don't give up. Even if people steal stuff from you, you get wronged. Don't let that defeat you. See things through to the end. And I think many of us will be surprised with the results. If I gave up on tank sweeping, if I gave up on looking for my package, I wouldn't have this camera right here. Let me get this camera. It's my trophy. Every time I see this camera, I think of that drug addict lady that stole it. I got it back. So, all right, I'll see you guys.